Hey everyone, so this is weird. I'm doing this intro at night because it's been a long week and I think I did this intro had to be 3 times so far because things kept changing on this particular hike we went on, and I've got to get this wrapped up and posted because we ended up getting local law enforcement involved. We ended up calling them. Anybody who's been following our page probably saw the community post from this week where I was trying to decide what to do about this situation. I ended up reporting it. I'm going to jump to that video real quick here, and then I'm going to get back here and explain to you the current situation, what we're waiting for. But the reason we went to this location was, as you know, as I mentioned several times, we try to keep our locations pretty random. Don't want people to know where we're going, so we have a couple of locations we've been talking about a lot that we've been going to and talking about going back to. Just been talking about it too much. I wanted to do a random one this week, so I based, like all locations, it is cold out here. I don't know if you can see my breath. This is crazy. But again, I can't wait until it's light out, so I've got my light blinding me. I'm just going to get through this and work on this video. I just got back from the gym, had supper, and it's been a really busy week. We're trying to research, get ready for our next weekend's hike or hikes. So this particular one did come from some psychic information, for those of you who like to know where that comes from. In this case, it came from several, partially from Donna Serafina's descriptions of the location where she believes Summer is, which is a ravine, a steep ravine, and water. Another realm, which some people like, some people don't, but I like to get input from those mediums who give specific locations, specific information, not some vague name of a stream or name of a town that would take a year to search. In this case, we had a call with another realm, and she pointed to this location behind a specific church in Kingsport. That was all well and good, but what really drew me to this spot, and the reason I wanted to do it this week, was because of some evidence. I'm going to show you a clip real quick here. It's from a panel when I was doing more panels, when I was going on other people's panels. This was earlier on. There was a discussion about the nighttime video of Candace with a sound of water in the background, and I don't think this is the one where she was making retching sounds, but there was water in the background. I think it was a call with Ernie. Ernie asked her about why she was at the water. She said she was fishing. But you'll see here in this clip, one of the first things I noticed whenever I listen to weird clips like this, any kind of audio, I always like to listen to the background to see if there's any clues that will give you the location. And in this case, I heard a high-pitched whining sound. Let's watch the clip real quick, and then you'll see what I mean.
I have more of the sound of this waterfall, so let me see if we can get it.
Yeah, there it is.
So, are you got an idea where that's at?
Yeah, I do. So as you can see, I recognize the sound. I didn't say where I believe that was, but it's a location that a lot of people, mediums and non-mediums, some people just following this case, I've been contacted so many times to check out Fort Patrick Henry Dam. People believe that there's along the river there, that potentially that's a spot where something was put. Something was put something was either buried or put in the water at that location. And so I did some Google Earth, which I'll show you, some Google Earth investigation, and I looked at what the edge of the river looks like there, where the cliffs are, where there are locations that are isolated. And you'll see on the map here, right behind Grace Point Fellowship Church, in Kingsport. There's a open field. Thankfully, doesn't say no trespassing. It actually looks like people may go fishing and hunting there. It looks like there's development on the far end of the field, but this end of the field is very isolated. It looks like people take trucks there, and if you look down by it's right near the water, and that part down near the water is about the only place in that area you can get to that's not a sheer cliff. And so basically I wanted to go drive over there, see if that field could be accessed, and I realized it was. There's no, like I said, no trespassing signs or anything blocking anyone from getting there from the church or from the Eagles and the Eagles Lodge. And so I initially took a drive out there on my own to check out just the general area, and you'll see that, and then I went back with Jen. So without further ado, here is our search of the field and the river behind Grace Point Fellowship Church in Kingsport. All right, Grace Point Fellowship. This location is one that I found on Google Maps, Google Earth, because it overlooks the dam. I'm going to show you down over here. I don't know if you can see it very well. There's the Fort Patrick Henry Dam down there. And I assume when that is running, when things are, when the turbines are running, when the water's flowing, potentially there's that high-pitched sound. This is one of the first locations I spotted because on that flat piece of land way down there, a lot of people have been requesting that we search that because the Fort Patrick Henry Dam comes up on the list, but that is not accessible except for authorized vehicles only. This side, however, there's all this land down here, and as you can see, it's a very steep ravine. All the way down there and then all along the water to the dam. Very close to the dam. This time of year it's quiet. What I also spotted though, it's really interesting, is there's not any no trespassing signs, and there's these open fields that go up to a high hill. I see tire tracks, people go up there. So nobody's here. It's very quiet on a Saturday afternoon, late afternoon. Nobody here. I don't know what's up there. I saw it on Google Earth and I was curious if it's accessible, and it looks like it might be. I might do a little bit of four-wheel drive off-roading here. If you call this off-roading, it's a pretty well packed down trail, but I'm going to switch it into four-wheel drive and I'm just going to explore that a little bit. I doubt anybody's up there, but I just want to see what's up there. I remember seeing a body of water, a little pond way behind that hill that I want to get to. This is really scouting. If this place is interesting, if it looks like a place we want to dive into, I probably would bring Jen because she could most likely point where we should go rather than trying to scan all of this all of this land all the way down by the river, and it would take, of course, several weeks. So trying to save time by getting Jen's kind of intuition and feelings about where we should start. But for today, I'm going to explore up there for a little bit, see what we find. What I'm seeing so far is there's a trail down there that goes under the trees toward the water, and there's another hill up there. I don't know where that trail goes. And there's another pretty steep hill, but the Jeep can do it, up that hill. I don't know what's up there though, so I hope there's no one up there. This is interesting. It looks almost like possibly a place people go hunting, maybe. I'm not sure, but it's interesting for sure. And if we go a little further around the corner here, then maybe the road may actually go around instead of up. I think to be safe, I'm gonna walk up this hill. I want to make sure no one's actually up there. Last thing you want to do is crest a hill with the vehicle and come upon people. It's pretty quiet out here. Alright, I'm gonna do this really quick. It's not that high of a hill. I'm just gonna jog up it real fast. So much for jogging. Steep. The hill goes up that way. There's another road there. I think that's the airport road, I'm not sure. Pretty sure it's the airport road. There's the lake on that side. Okay, so that straight ahead, private property signs, so can't go beyond the tree line there. There's train tracks down there that I didn't know were there. That's interesting. I did not, they're kind of in a ravine. Well, I would call it more of a ditch, really. There's train tracks down there. I was wondering why we hear the train so close to our house. I think that's the one we hear. I really want to see what's on the other side of this hill. Question is if I want to take my Jeep up here. It's a pretty, that's a deep hole. That is creepy as shit, I gotta tell you. There's dirt on the side. It's exactly the size of a gravesite on the top of this hill. I'm telling you, weird shit like this that you find, like, what the hell? What the hell? Okay guys, that's freaking creepy as hell. That, if I had to guess, that's an old burial site that someone dug up and moved whatever was in there. Searched around for any evidence at all. I don't see anything. I don't want to touch too much either. That's so freaking weird. Honestly, didn't expect to find anything up here. Just cans. All right, gotta get back down to the vehicle because I'm in view of the road that way. So now I've got to decide with the afternoon, do I want to go up the hill, make my way up the hill and see what's on the other side. I know the roadside most likely isn't very likely to be anything because it's inside of a road, but this is very secluded here. Up on top of the hill, if anything was buried, it would have had to be at night. Like late at night, where nobody could see on top of the hill. And I really think that from that hill, I could hear the traffic really well. If that dam was running and there was high-pitched machinery, I would be able to hear it at the top of that hill. Sound travels, I can hear all the traffic. My Jeep's pretty well hidden. I kind of want to walk this trail that I think goes down to the water for a little ways. I might walk down there to the water and walk along the shore. I just don't want my Jeep to be seen. I don't think anyone's coming out here today, so it should be okay. Secluded places like this do kind of creep me out because if the wrong person comes along, recognize my Jeep, they know I'm here. I'm gonna take everyone's advice, play it safe, not be stupid, and I'll come here with someone else another day. This is definitely a spot worth searching. Finding that hole on the top of the hill confirmed it for me. If anything was moved from there and whoever did it was lazy, they would have gone down to the water, potentially to throw it in the water or bury it down there. But the water here is definitely a place we gotta check out. I'm more certain of that now, so as bad as I want to get out there now and start looking along the river, I think we're going to save that for another day when I can bring someone with me. So we're going to go back to where I went in the earlier clip, where I went to Grace Point Fellowship Church in Kingsport, up on that hill and back. I told Jen about what I found there, the unburied shallow grave, whatever that was, and she did her reading this morning, couldn't get the candle lit for some reason. I assumed the wick was too short, obviously, but she actually had to dig some wax to get the flame to get big enough. She did her reading, which I'm going to read to you. I've got the mother-daughter team we're working with, who I believe they're very powerful mediums, just based on the things that they've described, the Beach Creek area. I asked her to help us with doing a reading for this location because I found that hole, and I just wanted to know if they could sense if it's anything important or nothing at all. So they are doing a reading today as well. I didn't know what time or when, but they started doing a reading today, and Jen did her reading, and then the woman had asked me a question about an object with certain colors that potentially was at that location, and I responded and told her I did see something there with those colors. And I also told her, you know, Jen was having this weird issue where the light wouldn't, the candle wouldn't light, and she said, she kind of started freaking out. She said that she had a reading when she first started reading. She was told that the flame wouldn't light, and she just kind of blew it off as nothing. And when I told her that, of course, she was kind of freaking out. It was a weird coincidence. She had that statement come through. It's almost like you get these little synchronicities, these little things between two mediums that happen. It's almost like verification that what you're doing maybe is true, maybe it's working, maybe it's a real connection. I am going to get Jen's reading today. It's long because the flame went out halfway through, and you'll notice one of the lines, Jen didn't realize it had gone out, and I showed it to her after she gave me the reading, and she realized the candle had gone out halfway through, and then there was a line that kind of said something about the candle, and then she did a second reading after relighting, digging the wax out and relighting. Take to the sky in the spirit of angels, traverse the mountains toward the trees, keep a secret in the ground. Hold the heavens in your hand, leading you to the way in the woods. Hear the bird cry above the clouds, look to the way of its flight. Find mercy in the hands, take the long way through the trees, hold a candle to the flame, guide me into the light, save the children in the darkness. She relit the candle and continued. Find the rock in the dark, sit on the ground. Be quiet and hear the song of the angels to guide you into the light through the trees. Do not take the path to the right. Straight on through toward the light. Her song will be found among the flowers in the ground. Take care, dear ones, hold her tight. A couple things that stood out to me is this time of year there's no flowers, so they would, if there are flowers there, it would be flowers that would have been put there. I know what they mean by the path to the right. I didn't tell Jen about that, but there is that path I was looking at, wondering if I should go down, and obviously don't go down that path. So we're going to probably go down to the water from that clearing after I show Jen that hole. I want to see what she gets there, and then we're going to go back down the hill, go down to the river, and we're going to walk along the river to the left. We're going to head out now, so we have a good few hours here to explore the river near that church, and we'll see what we find. Alright, so I was hoping we could kind of quietly come in here. There was a guy standing right at the door, saw us come in, so I don't want really people to know we're in there because I don't want people to get curious and come in. So we're going to go down around to the Eagles. The Eagles Lodge is around the other side of the hill, and it would be good to check out the other side of the hill. There's a pond down there anyway, and that's where the tracks are. So we're going to drive around to that end and explore that. Not going to go in this end. Hopefully they see us leave. Okay, so we're at Eagles Lodge, and Jen just realized that the eagle she mentioned in the reading could mean
Eagles Lodge.
Eagles Lodge.
Of course, I'm very literal and I'm thinking real eagle or birds.
Although it did say the direction the bird flies.
Yeah.
But it was an interesting kind of validation. There's a walking trail, so it looks, and there's no trespassing, so it looks like totally okay to walk over here. There's even they made us a paved path, so we're gonna walk
Where it goes.
across the ridge to where the hole was. Beautiful views.
So for all of you who are wondering where the puppy is, where Moon is, our daughter is taking her out today for a little walk in a park and giving her a bath. So she's having a day with her sister. Anyway, just wanted you guys to make sure she's being taken care of. She's not being spoiled or anything. Anyway, let's get back to.
Oh, there's machinery. This is gonna take a little longer than I thought.
I wonder why there's a path that goes up to this ridge and then nothing.
All right, let's walk up the hill.
Because what did my thing say? Don't go right.
Oh yeah, well, oh yeah, good point. You also once said path of least resistance.
That wasn't in
This
this
is
one.
the path of most resistance.
No, because we're going over here where there's an actual path. You were wanting to go where there is no path.
Good point. And I think people come here for walk their dogs here because I just saw dog poop.
Oh, great. They need some poop baggies.
I'm starting to think there's potentially going to be a development out here because there's a whole bunch of machinery. They're doing some.
Nice spot.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's going down the hill.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks like a road for a development, actually. Wow, it's just beautiful up here. Yeah, I know. Yep, guarantee they're gonna put houses up here. Big ones, probably. That's just where they dump the piles. It's the dam out there. The dam's right down there. That's the parked the Jeep there, walked up there, hole is right there. We're almost there, but I don't know how steep this little drop is here. Yeah, let's walk down that side. Everything's to the left today. Yeah, not as steep as this one back there. I'm really curious what you're going to think about this hole. There's no easy way to get there. We'll have to go walk through the brush because I'm not going all the way down there and back up. That hill was a pain to climb. I don't mind climbing. What? Church is right. See that road that goes over there? Right over there is if you go through the trees at the bottom of the hill, the church is right there. So we basically just drove down the road and came up the other side of the hill.
That was probably a good move. Yeah,
train tracks are on the other side. I don't know if this is going to be simple. Let's walk the ridge. See over there? I'm not walking down, I'm walking up. Yeah, these are really bad thorns. Be careful. Ow. Yeah, be really, really careful. Every single branch there is a thorn. And right here too, just push them apart. I kind of powered through and I got some scratches on my legs. You know what, Jen? Wouldn't have been a lot easier just walking down.
Well, that's what I wanted to do. But no.
Oh, is that what you wanted to do?
Look, I actually did it.
Oh, yeah, I got cut up too.
That was fun.
Wasn't it? Nothing like a good thorn-filled adventure.
Oh. That was the path of least resistance. Wasn't it?
That's not sarcasm, is it? I'm so curious what you're gonna think about this thing. Look at that view. That huge white. Wow. I don't even know what that. Oh yeah, that's the retirement home. Yep, that's the retirement home and Eastman behind it. It's amazing.
Like that.
You don't want a chemical plant as a view. So you'll notice there's no random holes, right? I mean, it's a regular hillside, right? So, as far as I can tell, this is just a rolling grassy hill. Do you agree?
I agree.
Doesn't look like any gopher holes or anything weird like that. And then voila, check this out. Weird, no shit, it's weird. Look at the pile of dirt on the side. If that wasn't any more obvious, a grave, a dug grave, I mean, I can't think of anything that would look more like one.
It looks like it's been there for a long time though.
Yep.
Obviously, because
Oh yeah, the things have grown in.
so it's an old dug.
Oh, absolutely,
Wow, though.
absolutely, or at least 2 years ago, I would think. Yep, I hear the train.
I don't think I want to go in there.
I don't see any, like, there's no weird objects. It's
No.
all just grown in stuff. Like, I don't see any foreign objects. I don't see any white anything. So my thought was that if something was moved here 2 years ago or more, and then they got nervous, decided to move her, and if they're lazy, where would they go? Where would they go to get rid of a body standing here? And you look out there, where would you go?
Oh, the woods or the water.
The water, right?
Yeah,
That's an obvious
yeah.
solution.
And it's to the left.
Yes, it is. The trail goes down there, and I can show you.
Oh, is that where the church
Yep.
is?
And I parked down there, and there's a clearing that goes almost down to the water, so we could get to the water there,
Yeah.
and then we could walk it toward the dam.
Is that what you want to do?
Follow the edge of the water if you feel like there's no better place to go.
No, I think it's a good place to go.
That has a no trespassing sign anyway, so
What?
over there, if you walk far enough, it says no trespassing. So I think we can walk
Looks
along.
like definitely something went through here though, because it's
Mowed
deep
down.
down.
Yeah.
so maybe because they're gonna build here.
Build
too.
here. Which, you know, they're cut, right? Each of these, all of these little things, they're cut, right? Like you just said.
Yes.
They drove right over that hole.
Yeah.
Which kind of tells me, I mean, whoever does this and cuts this knows that hole is there.
True.
And they just ignore it.
The only other thing I can think of is that there was a tree there, and they dug out the stump.
The stump. Maybe but there would not, I don't think personally, there would be one distinct pile of dirt on one side.
That's true.
That tells me they were shoveling with a shovel
Yeah.
and throwing it in that spot.
Yeah, you're right.
A stump would be this big mound of crap.
Yeah, you're right.
It was clearly dug with a shovel.
Yeah.
I mean, for some purpose. So head down there and go to the water.
I think so.
Let's take that route.
Okay. These aren't going.
Yeah, they cut them all. Wait, let's make sure it actually opens up all the way down there. See, that should make it easy to get closer to the water. That's the path to the right I was thinking of. And I think it goes to the private property, I'm not sure, but
That's the way.
apparently we're not supposed to go that way. It doesn't look like it goes down to the water anyway, it goes along the ridge. It could actually go to someone's house. No, it wouldn't, because
But it seems
Well,
like
a camp.
Is that the way that the no trespassing is?
yes, exactly. Could be a camp, who knows.
Good. Things like this are so frustrating to me.
Why is that?
Yeah, even if I feel something, there's just so much, like so much.
So much what?
Land.
Oh, land, yeah, I know. I know it's hard to know where to look, but so that at one point, I mean, there comes a point you have to guess.
Things, like trees. I guess they're trees.
She just messaged me, our medium friend. She said if we see anything related to Christmas to let her know.
Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Could be a path down here. Look at this.
Yeah.
Sweet. I like not having to bushwhack as much.
And the thing is, we never bring anything to whack it with.
Just our hands. Oh yeah, I think it is. I would not want to do this in the summer. You know how many snakes would be out here near the water? I suppose it wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I know. All right, everyone. I'm kind of excited right now because as we were walking toward the water, there's some kind of sound effect that you can, once you get onto the water level or close to it, you can hear the machinery from the dam. And I couldn't from the other side. I couldn't even from the top of the hill. But if you listen, and I'm going to crank up the sound here. I hope it comes out. I'm going to turn on both cameras to see if I can get both audio. If you listen really closely, the sound matches that background sound, except it's missing the high-pitched whining sound when they turn on equipment. They may not do it this year, but just listen really carefully. Here, but just listen really carefully.
I'll let them know what video you're talking about.
Right. I always assume everyone knows everything I'm talking about. I'm talking about the video of I think it was Ernie and Candace talking. It was in the dark. She was near water. He could tell she was near water, and there was this sound in the background. It actually sounded like everybody thought it was a waterfall, which it kind of does if you think it is a waterfall.
I don't know. It sounds too high pitched to me.
No, the lower sound.
Oh, the lower sound. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And there's a train. But so that And it was all dark, so you don't know where she was, but that's the sound I recognized. I knew it sounded like the dam. So we're gonna go down here. There's a muddy area. There's like a ravine, a U-shaped ravine. There's a muddy area with stuff that collected down there. We're gonna walk all along the water here and we're gonna see what we see. I am looking for the rock in the dark that you mentioned. A what? They went. The fishermen took off. This is going to be fun to climb up. FYI. I see a huge metal grate too, covering a hole potentially. Look at that, isn't that weird?
The basketball?
I gotta check that grate out. She did like to play I don't know. She liked to play with puppies.
Oh, I thought she did. I don't know why I thought that.
She might have. She was a tomboy. That's not a culvert. That's a styrofoam,
buoy?
like a cooler potentially. No, maybe a buoy. You're right, it's a buoy. And that looks like some kind of cover. That metal cover is just drawing me. Oh wait, that's a rubber. That's one of those rubber floor mats.
Oh yeah.
Floated away. Yeah, right here. See if it's not quicksand. No, it looks okay. That's all water, Jen. It's all water. Nope. Yep, that's water. And here I was like, I don't need my waders today.
Oh, it's packing stuff.
We're just gonna have to scan it really carefully. Yeah, have a seat.
Take a look around here.
I'm gonna go as far as I can. So far, I'm seeing normal, like, you know, refuse from boats and lake. This is like bottles.
Bobbers from...
Yeah, fishing bobbers, sunscreen cans.
Turtle shell.
You found a turtle shell? That's funny.
That scared me because look
Oh yeah, I know.
look what it looks like that.
I see those in creek trails all the
I'm
time.
like, shit. Yeah, that's definitely a turtle shell. I'm just gonna look all the way
Yeah,
around.
I'm gonna go around the other side. Yeah, that's all water right there. It's all water. This side is too, and I don't see any containers, like I don't see any buckets, just the buoy. There's an oil can, a little oil can. I don't see anything. Do you want to head toward along the shore now? Uphill, ladies first.
I'm really thinking this is promising.
Yeah, me too.
How far can we go over that way?
We can go all along the shore that way.
Can we do that?
Yeah, we're gonna follow the shore.
No, I just meant like right
No, this side is all water.
there.
That's all deep water.
Go first, 'cause I don't
is there
know.
anything in that container?
This one?
Yeah. Totally empty?
Yep.
I was advised to check inside containers.
No,
Nah, it's totally empty. Yeah. All right, along the shore now. Off we go. Climbing. Little tiny ledge we can walk on here. Keep an eye on the water. Luckily the sun's shining today, so it lets us see like right along the shore here. Don't fall either. What's that? Yeah, I almost slipped too. You'd be really careful because the leaves cover up where you can slip really easily. Just make sure your footing's good before you take another step. Alright, so I stopped to like change batteries out in my camera. And Jen was saying she saw a vision of kind of something I don't want to mention on camera. Just a bad vision of a child. And we stopped here again just so I could get my camera batteries changed out, and Jen said that. And I'm just like, you know, let's take a rest. Let's just rest here and get going. As I was changing my camera, I looked to the left and I saw a rope. There's a rope on a tree, and the rope goes down into the water on this side. You can see a big knot right there. It's tied onto something. It goes below that log, or behind that log over there. Jen's got a lot of emotions about this place before I even saw that. She said she's having all of everything. But I'm not seeing a lot to this personally, because my dad and I used to do this all the time. You go along a river and you tie a rope to a bait trap, those metal cages, which is what I believe this is. But it would be irresponsible to not double check, so I'm going to do that now and see if I can get out on that tree and pull that rope, see what's on the other end. Yeah, it's just tied to the end of a log.
That's weird. You have your underwater stuff here. The only thing I can think of is they tied it to the tree and the log.
It's a marker.
So, yeah, or they wanted to have a place to tie their boat. I don't know. Definitely not for fishing, like you were saying, right?
It's not a trap. It's not a bait trap. Someone tied a rope to the end of the log, really tight. And just like they either, like you said, maybe it's a place to tie their boat off, but you got an anchor. I mean, why would they do that? Unless they were trying to mark this spot right here. And I see a lot of little pieces of garbage, but that could be from the lake. I would have to take my waders. I would want to take my waders.
You don't have your underground camera stuff?
I can put my camera underwater. Actually, it goes pretty far out too. I could do that.
Yeah.
But I gotta let the sand. I just made a whole cloud of dirt, so I've gotta let that settle. Maybe we can walk down there, and when we come back, I'll do the scan before we leave. Just because I need time for the dirt to settle down.
I'm not feeling good.
This spot really makes you feel. You'd prefer I do it now.
I guess. I prefer not to.
You prefer not being here? You know this is part of it, right? Why are you getting cold? It's only near freezing. This is definitely a weird one. This is weird.
Yeah.
Maybe fishermen out there will tell us.
You definitely hear the noise from the...
I know. The sound right here. Definitely worth a water
I
scan.
don't think I've ever had a feeling this strong about a place.
Okay. It's definitely worth a water scan because it's lake water too, and lake water can, when it settles, can get pretty clear most of the time.
Overall, it looks clear.
Yep. Yeah, I kicked up so much dirt, Jen. What I can see is that there's rock. Like bedrock, not movable rock. Yeah, we've got to let it settle. I can stand right here and get like way out there with that pole, so. But we need to let the dirt settle. Just don't forget that that rope is right on that tree there, and we can see the blue part. Yeah. All right, let me put my backpack on and we'll keep on searching. What?
An old dock?
Oh, weird. It might be a piece of a dock that broke loose or something. Yeah, it is pretty big. Weird. Almost like it, yeah, it might be someone's dock that broke off. Because the water, remember, this time of year, way down. It looks like an extension of someone's dock. See the posts on the loop posts on the ends. People keep losing their basketballs in the water. Remember that part that looks like dirt right there is water, so careful. That looks like a really long...
It's like a selfie stick thing.
Either that or like a... Oh yeah, it is a selfie stick. See that rock over there? Rounded underneath the piece of wood?
Yeah.
Is that a rock or a barrel?
It's a rock.
Okay.
I can see why you thought it was a barrel.
It's like shaped like a barrel, but definitely a rock, right? That's all water. Don't even try. To the left you can, though. If you need a light to see in there, let me know.
Looks like the cover of a bin.
Yeah, but it could be a bin. I just want to make sure it's not.
There you go. Luckily, you can use this thing as a hoe.
Thank you for not making a joke.
So hard. You know me so well.
Oh yeah, I knew you wanted to.
Cover.
Just a cover. That's the type of thing I look for, like a sunken, closed-in container like that. That would be, to me, that would be the thing. Especially if it's like a barrel.
Right.
Or a tote, definitely. The things that we've been told, a tote, a barrel, or even small containers. Small containers are annoying because they're everywhere and they're closed in. And you'd have to walk around opening hundreds of containers. I'm sorry, don't stand too close. This is coming back at you. Careful here. Oh wow, there's like a cement container. There's a concrete building up ahead. That's interesting. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, it's like
Sort of pipe.
yeah, like a pump house or something. Guess we'll see. Yeah, there's pipes going down into the water.
Electrical outlet.
It's a pump. It's for the pump. Yeah, it's a pump station, I think.
Weird.
I see a pink ball. Just a ton of leaves, but yeah. The thing is, I don't know what's live in there.
Live?
The electrical.
Oh.
I'm not about to put a metal stick into there. Freaking in all that leaves, there's no way that's running. It's probably not live. It's like I want to search every single thing, even if it doesn't seem. But I think that's the bottom.
Should get electrocuted.
No. Well, and see how the pipe goes at the bottom over there? I really think that's the bottom. Could you grab that stick and just like brush the leaves? That's the bottom, right?
Solid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the bottom. I wouldn't mess with the machinery,
That.
Jen.
Oh.
Okay. Let's go up the cliff. Wait.
I don't think that's a good idea. It's all cliff over there.
That's a good point. And the building's right up there. And the dam is right there. I believe these are all... I think those are all cliffs over there. Yeah. All along the shore.
Look at it goes down straight.
Yeah, look how high the cliffs are there too.
Yeah, it goes down straight to the water. No.
You don't want to be here at all, do you?
No.
This spot, this whole location?
No, I don't.
You really feel sick?
Yes. I'm making a ferry.
You're making a fairy house, nice.
Distract my brain.
All right, since we've gone as far as we can this direction, we are so close to the dam.
Definitely hear that noise from here, right?
That's the noise. That's absolutely the noise that I heard.
And you've been searching for it.
Yes.
Like every time we go near. Around.
Yeah, but on the other side, I could never hear it.
Right, that's
This location and the sound effects. It seems
it was just the perfect like setup for this noise to
Yes.
travel over here.
it's the sound effects of the water at this level with the dam.
Yeah.
Maybe the machinery is on this side of the dam, and the sound just comes this way because it's so quiet when you take when you get on. Is it Fort Patrick Henry Drive or whatever? The other side of the dam. I don't. It's so quiet. I don't hear
I
anything.
mean, there's also the, I don't know if it works for sound like fire, but it's like a deflecting wall.
Yeah.
Like with fire, it deflects heat.
It's deflecting the sound,
And
yeah.
It's deflecting the sound.
And that concrete building is the building where the machinery is. So
I think that's what's happening.
that's the sound. I swear that's it. It could be another dam though. Like I don't know if it's this dam.
It's this damn right?
It's this damn dam.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back and I'll do a water search. All right, so oh boy, whoa. I am a dork. There's too much to bring on these things. I've got shovel, light, flashlight, the camera, tripods, rope,
Me.
sidearm, you, obviously. I don't put you in my backpack though.
I wish you would.
And of all the things, there's two things I left in my Jeep, the two little containers. To do this water search, I need to do 2 levels of hooking things up. There's the light underneath and then the camera. The light needs one of those little screw things that you hold onto the tripod, or the stick that I use. And then a second one for the camera, and I only have one. And the second one is way up in the car, in the Jeep. So we've got to hike all the way back out. It's only 1 o'clock. We're gonna drive back around to the church entrance because I think everyone's gone by now. Park over here, I'm gonna come back down, do the water search, and call it good. Unless it's early enough, then we can maybe go check out the other side of the dam.
Shut up.
Okay. Let's go. Got our exercise for today.
We usually end up saying that.
Every time, yeah. We just spotted a hunter's tree stand looking down over the ravine. Someone had a vision of a hunter.
Yeah, I remember. I was just thinking that.
Was that you?
No.
Someone had a vision of a hunter watching over the area she was placed.
That's definitely the area.
Well, we'll walk that way to check it out. It's not the type of hunting stand that people drew though. So a couple things. That tree stand, look at the top. See the metal bars?
Yes.
What do you see? How old do you say it is?
Oh, because it's pretty rusty.
It's rusted out, so it's
Yeah.
been there quite a while. It's a newer brand, so the laminated or painted metal's fine, but that top part you can tell it's rusted out. It's been there a long time.
Would that still be safe with it like that?
Yeah. Yeah, those things are pretty solid.
Actually, the only point of that they have it lashed is that bottom part. They don't even have that top part lashed.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, the supports are at the top and then right there along the ladder.
Yeah.
It's interesting for sure. Very interesting. They would be able to perfectly see the spot we're searching right there along the water. But the thing is, this is also a great hunting spot because that ravine right down there is right where deer, I mean, look how far you can see.
That's a pretty good spot.
It's beautiful. You could see deer coming right down all along there. So, I'm not going to read into it too much, but it's interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Ready to bust through the
Is that
brushes?
the way- that's
Nah,
the way
we'll
we
go
went.
the easier way we came in. I don't want to push through the brush. All right, I gotta wrap this up because I'm making the dogs start howling out here. Our neighbors across the lake. As you can see, very strange hole. It looked like what could be a shallow grave to me, only about 3 feet deep, but the size 6 or 7 feet long, 3 or 4 feet wide. Very strange. I was gonna search the water. As you can see, I had forgotten my some of my gear, which was really annoying because the Jeep where I left everything was at the other end of the field. We walked up there, and I decided to actually go home and bring Jen back home. I was going to come back and just do the water search myself. as we were talking, when we went home, I started thinking about it and realizing that if this hole is not dug by an animal, then we should notify law enforcement. But again, I don't know, several weeks ago, we had notified law enforcement, or TBI specifically, about the whole Florida thing, and I just started feeling like, they're annoyed by YouTubers, and I don't want to be another YouTuber just constantly contacting them. Reached out to our viewers, all of you, and asked around any outdoors people in Tennessee, what are your thoughts about a hole like this? And pretty much unanimously, everyone was like, you got to report it. It's their job. What I decided to do in this case is, because I know when I reported the mound last time, Kingsport PD had to be notified about what was taking place in the town by TBI, and then they came out with me and TBI to check it out. So I figured, why not just submit a tip to Kingsport PD and let them check it out, and if they think it's worth reporting to TBI, then they can do that. So I did report it, and this was pretty much online. Again, I just wanted to do it quick, and if they felt like it was important, I wrote up the whole story. I was going to go back out there after work on Monday, just around 5 o'clock or so, and do the water search. I got my pole ready. I just brought everything, just what I needed for the water search, and I was going to get down in there with my waders and start scanning the water. I drove up there, and I noticed there was a police cruiser up at the church. So I thought, okay, that's good. That means that they took it seriously. They're going to check it out, and so I wanted to leave the area. I just turned around, left the area, left them alone. If they're investigating, I don't want to be messing around in that area. Went back the next day, and they were there again, which I didn't know what to make of that. It was really strange. They didn't, flag me down or want to talk or, anything like that. So again, turned around, went home. And so I contacted my friend, former military contacts in law enforcement, and just wanted to get her thoughts on what this could mean. The fact that they're staking out this area 2 days in a row after I had given this tip. And one of their top theories was that potentially, if they took it seriously, if they found the hole to be something potentially significant, they would be calling in TBI, but it could take TBI some time to get out there. And so they could be just keeping an eye in the area, making sure nobody goes in and tampers with things before TBI gets there, which is a really good sign. But it also means that I don't want to be going down to the water and, sticking my camera in there and potentially messing with an area that they could maybe be searching. Maybe they'll decide to take dogs down through there, and maybe they'll search the water, hopefully. Hopefully they call someone like EchoSearch to search that part of the lake near the dam, around the dam. But we'll see. We're gonna wait on looking at the water anymore out there. If I have to access it, I might just take my kayak and access it via water just to be safe. Not even go on the land. But for now, I'm going to let this rest. I'm going to let law enforcement continue, maybe TBI if they're involved. Continue looking through that area, checking out the hole, looking for evidence, hopefully going in and checking down by the water. Really hope that's what they end up doing, and we're just going to hope and pray that they find something. So that's going to be it for this week. I'm sorry you couldn't see in the water, but hopefully law enforcement will, and hopefully something comes of it. All we can do is hope and pray. So that's it for this week. That's it for this video. I got to get inside and start planning for our weekend. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoy this one, and we'll see you next time.